think I'm lactose intolerant.
I diagnosed myself.
You lactose intolerant?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Nations, look, Nations let me know. I used to always get a slice of cheesecake, blood. No, first I'd be like, man, my stomach hurt every time I eat cereal. I was like, y'all stomach be hurt? They like, nah. I'd be like, dude, I be having to doodle like right after I eat it. And then that turned into like, I was like, I just started noticing. I was like, man, I'm gonna chill off this cereal, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a brand or what. Like, I used to be able to drink milk for dinner, nigga. Just go. And then I went to Nations, got some cheesecake. I was like, God, gotta go to the bathroom. And then I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Every time I eat these cheesecake.
Yeah, every time I eat cereal.
Okay. Let me hear it. Okay. Okay. I'm waiting for that climax. Sacramento having fun. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Pulled up in Seattle, man. Got it cracking. With my dogs, man. We made it happen. Made connects. Met some people. Now we connected. Making a sequel. 2 dudes and the chick getting cracking. 2019, boy, we getting smacking. We about to get it popping. Getting networks, we ain't stopping. Ooh, here we come, y'all. It's just a beginning of what we gonna do. Y'all don't know, boy, we coming through on everything. Trust me, we gonna be on top. 2 dudes and the chick, we don't stop.
That's it.
That's it.
I was waiting for my reaction.
The show is over, man.
I was waiting for my reaction.
I don't know what reaction you ain't though.
I was 2 for 2.
The show is over, man.
I was 2 for 2.
The show is over.
He ain't giving it up, man. I ain't know that beat was gonna be like that. That was a nice beat. I ain't gonna
He
front.
was trying to keep up with it.
Hey, I only got 30 seconds to figure out how the beat go and then go, but I did all right. I at first 2, I smashed this one. All right. Well, anyway, y'all, thank you for turning in. It's your boy Priest D riding in the caddy. 2 dudes and the chick. Say what's up to daddy. Hey, what's up, ladies?
I ain't even gonna lie. That was pretty good, bro.
Freestyle. I freestyled that. I just thought about that.
I give you your props, bro. That was nice. He said, "Hey." This is Dr. IJ, man.
What's up? It's your girl Tiff.
And thank you for tuning in for 2 dudes and a chick.
Yeah, most definitely.
Man, that Seattle trip.
Hold on, man. We don't jump ahead of the game.
Okay, I apologize.
He's just so excited about
I
the
am,
trip.
man. I'm excited.
First of all, wore him out. He took yesterday off when he wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, he came over the house.
Yeah.
I know. I saw him. And then he getting old.
So, I'm glad you said he took yesterday off, because a brother slept to 8 this morning. He like, what's wrong with you? You need to be up by 6:30. I'm like, hold on, bro.
I ain't
I'm
like
a little
that,
tired,
man.
right?
I told him
But apparently all of you guys are like old guys. You guys were sleeping the majority of the trip.
No, we was not. No.
Let's
That's
get this
what,
straight.
That's what.
One person.
No,
and y'all didn't want to go out because you guys were tired.
No.
Y'all went out?
Yeah.
Both nights?
No.
Because you guys were tired.
No.
I ain't gonna front, man. It really let me, not me in the doc, but it let me know how old my partners is, man. Like, these dudes was like, I'm like, yo, like, y'all, nah, we ain't at that age yet. But they was ready to really shut it down. I'm like,
at like 9 o'clock.
Look, P-Gang. me and the doc woke up early, went to the convention center.
Yeah.
Came back. It was like, yo, what's up with y'all trying to do? They was like, it's early. Let's just.
I thought they were gone.
Oh, they were gone.
They were.
Oh, you right.
I need y'all to know. I wasn't even on the trip, and I know what y'all was doing.
Nah, P-Game. So they met us.
Calling that strategic moments.
Look, we touched down. They met us one of them met us at the restaurant, and then we walked back to the hotel. and then they wanted to watch the game. I'm like, all right, cool. So what's up after the game? Y'all trying to get it cracking? They was like, yeah, all right, cool. So I tried to stay up and watch the game. I pass out. I wake up at 9:30. They walk in the same time I wake up. I'm like, all right, cool. It's 9:30. Let me go ahead and get ready. They just, man, you fell asleep. I was like, all right. I was like, all right, it's 9:30. It's about that time to see what the city got to do. Look, he trying to go out. Like, man, it's all late and stuff. I was like, what the heck? Is y'all really trying to come up with excuses not to kick it? So I just let it ride, man. I let it rock.
I'm surprised you just didn't go by yourself.
I had the intention to do that, and I was like, you know what? It ain't that serious, man. I'm like, I just enjoy being around my dogs, man. So
you look skinny.
Me? I can see why you say that. I ain't been in the gym in like 3 weeks, and I ain't been eating right. So I lose weight. Right, eating 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day.
Do you look skinny?
I don't know.
1 meal a day, Jimmy.
It's not good.
I wouldn't say. Well, first of all, I take a nap every day.
Every day?
Every day. I take a nap.
Wow.
You're supposed to take naps.
Are you? Where do you say that at?
They start you off in kindergarten taking naps.
They don't take naps in kindergarten no more.
Yeah,
they only in school for 3
days.
hours.
3 hours. That's it, 3 days, 3 hours.
But no, I take a nap every day, usually between like 2 and 4 o'clock.
You take a 2-hour nap every day?
Hell yeah.
2 hours.
Solid.
That is so funny.
Or like, because sometimes I pick up the kid from school. If you ask my kid, she'll tell you. As soon as we get in the house, she'll be like, so you going to go take a nap now? I'll be like, yeah.
Yep, about that time.
See you at 5 o'clock. Like clockwork. So the night we didn't go out, I took my regularly scheduled nap.
Oh, out there in Seattle.
Right.
Hold on, how we gonna get on that? Y'all say don't get on that.
Oh yeah, because I was trying to give Tiff an opportunity, but then you.
All right, come on. What's up with the
roundup?
Roundup.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like what everybody is talking about right now is that Killer Mike thing. I tried watching it, but
what?
You seen it yet?
Yeah,
the whole thing.
I was dying laughing.
What?
I can see that you would like it.
I
love the show.
I only saw 3 episodes. How many episodes is it?
6.
It's 6.
Well,
look, if you seen 3, you seen 6.
Yeah.
It gets pretty redundant after a while.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah.
But it's still dope.
The last episode to me was by far the worst episode.
Oh, okay.
But it's still dope at the same time.
Why is it dope?
I don't know, man. I just like how he just showing people how to move. Like he pro black.
When he was in there talking to the kids, and he told them, "Kill those dreams. Don't reach. That's too high.
Comedy.
Lower them." I was like, "Wait,
I'm not mad at that though."
I was like, "Is this a joke?" Wait, hold on.
I'm not mad at that.
That was funny because at first I thought he was gonna be like, "Okay, I'm just playing," but he was like so.
No, he
serious.
was like serious with it. No,
he was like dead serious.
How y'all feel about that though?
I don't know how I felt about that because
I personally 100% agree with it.
You agree with killing the kids' dreams?
Kill it, man. Like bring it back down to reality. Show them some things that's common, like not common, but that they can reach, that they can do right now, reach for. And he just show them what they can do right now. And with this, you can build on that. Y'all don't agree to that?
I don't think I agree with that.
Bro,
man, look.
Teaching a 6-year-old how to do plumbing?
Man, what's wrong with that?
But what's wrong with?
Yeah, it might be okay to teach a 6-year-old how to do plumbing, but if you ain't teaching him how to read and write, add and subtract, he's gonna be a terrible plumber.
That ain't got nothing to do with like when they be like, I want to be the next president. Not everybody's gonna be a president.
That's true, but if
like, let me show you some.
But
let
that's
me,
true.
But he was basically like, I took it. Let me show you some things you can do.
Freaking Donald Trump is the president. At this point, I believe anybody can be the president. I kind of felt that when Obama became the president.
Hell nah, you bugging now.
How am I bugging to have a black president?
Obama, like, come on now. Like, Obama put in work.
Nah, he didn't.
I mean,
he put in work, but he was like a 2-year senator when he decided to run for president. Like, he hadn't put in a lot of political work.
What I'm saying is he was a black guy who became the leader of our country.
A light-skinned mixed dude. Like, that has a big role in
that does. He was mixed.
A major role.
He was mixed, whatever, but he is black.
He black appearing and he is black.
Black appearing,
but he
black-ish,
ain't full black.
Whatever. He is black.
That's a lot to do
There
with
ain't.
it.
You guys never thought there'd be a blackish president.
You can't count out the fact that he likes
You
it.
never thought that.
I'm not saying that.
Right?
I never thought it would be a black president.
Take him.
But I also say, like, I'm waiting for there to be a black president, like full black, dark skin.
Me and a dot.
Look like me.
Regardless if he was all black, half black, whatever.
It's a milestone.
It is a huge milestone.
I'm not taking
1,000% with you.
I'm with you on that.
That people like 80, 90-year-old never thought they would ever see in their lifetime.
I'm not arguing that.
So
concur.
just on the simple fact based on that, like if you don't dream big, it goes back to what we were talking about last week about honor rolls and how the school don't do that because they don't think that they should be able to. If you can't match the person next to you, then you shouldn't be able to get rewarded for it.
Just for the record, I don't agree with him at all.
What?
I just don't think that you should kill dreams.
You kill kids' dreams, you kill innovation.
I think it's cool to guide them. Like if you're a kid saying, I want to be a basketball player.
You hella short. Cool. You ain't gonna be no basketball player.
It's cool, but let's go to school and let's get you to be able to get paid.
Way better now.
What?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
You need to put on some headphones.
Why?
Hear your voice. Go ahead.
Okay.
He just wants you to wear the team uniform.
I guess.
If
you guys can hear my...
You sound low, but go ahead.
So tell me, and then I can go like this. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm saying is, I don't even know what I was saying because you just interrupted me for some
You was talking
nonsense.
You was talking about team building.
Oh, if your kid be like, I want to
you.
be a basketball player. That's what I want to be when I grow up. All right, cool. What steps are you going to take to become that basketball player? Let's start playing basketball now and get you ready so you can get scholarships to get paid. They can pay for your school. You can play basketball. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't think that you should just be like, no, you're never going to be a basketball player.
I'm going to shoot their dreams by giving them, I'm going to overload them. You want to be president? Here's some books. Read these books. Now, if they take the steps, then, okay, this dude might be ready. You might
because he read some books, he can be the president?
No, I'm saying if he into what it takes to do what he got to do. You let them shoot their own dreams down.
Yeah,
like, I ain't trying to do all that. I didn't know that come with it.
Yeah, there's a difference between
like I ain't gonna I get what y'all saying, like just saying no, you ain't gonna do it.
How he went in that room and first of all told a little white boy, I'm like, where's this little boy's mother? Because
I love what he said to the little white boy.
I feel some kind of way about what's their parent. Like, wait,
what did he say to him?
He was like, I'm not gonna let you interrupt him because he's talking. If I let you do that, that's how white privilege starts. And I was like, wait.
I died.
The little boy was like, okay.
The little boy, he was just like,
sure.
Right. He didn't get it. He didn't understand what happened.
But it was, now that's something I picked up on in just that little scene, how that little white boy, even though he said that to him, like he still felt like he had a certain amount of privilege to still keep raising his hand and all that. Like he kept on trying to butt in. You know what I mean?
So you saying it's just bred in him?
I'm not saying it's bred. I'm just saying. I'm saying every little kid has that in them. Yeah. Right. Mm-hmm. But after the first time, Killer Mike didn't really just say anything to him. He just kind of let him just keep doing what he do. But like in a school setting, if that was a black kid, that black kid would have been labeled as like being disruptive or whatever the case may be. So you send different, like same behaviors, but different messages are sent to different kids. Because that kid definitely felt like he
can just talk when he wants to talk, and
he did not really feel like he had to respect Mike's authority.
I could dig it. How y'all feel about the
porno?
Nah.
Oh,
just him.
I thought it was.
Hold on. That's episode 2.
It was both disturbing,
that
but
was
it was
in the same episode.
No, that was episode. But it was episode 2, the school part.
The one we're talking about. Yeah. The episode 1 was him being black.
Oh
for 3 days.
Let's start off with episode 1. How y'all feel about the whole pro-black thing? Like,
I thought that was okay.
I think he was just showing that there's not enough black entrepreneurs out there trying to get. It's a lot, but they're not supported a lot. And really, if you try to go all black, like how hard it would be.
I just didn't believe that episode.
Why?
I don't think that he really was walking around Atlanta like that.
I mean,
I don't believe.
I don't.
I mean,
y'all missing the point though. Like,
I know I'm not missing the point. I'm just saying, like, it wasn't believable. It was so over the top, and so I just didn't believe him.
Once he had on Nikes, Tiff was like, he got on Nikes. He got on this. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, let's just
He wouldn't even.
let's just stay.
No.
Let's just focus on
If you're
what's
gonna
going on
go for it, go
here.
for it. Like if you have a freaking figure phone,
Let's focus.
and then you can't even talk to the white guy in the interview.
And
It's like if you're gonna go all the way, go all the way.
I'm with you, but I was like, let's just focus on the focus. He's just trying to do something positive for black people and go pro-black and show you how hard it is to do it in today's society. If you want to just stick with some all-black versus everything is damn near
So
white.
what was the positivity out of that?
And I believe it was just, he was just building steps. Like the next step was just building your own business and how easy it can be to build your own business if you put in the work. You didn't think that like he was just showing steps out of that?
I feel like he had a very good point, which was that black people consume more products outside of their community than any other community people in the United States.
And don't have their own.
Right. So I get that, right? Did he go to an extreme to kind of make his point?
Absolutely.
Yeah, he went to a extreme.
But even if you go to a extreme, it's still hard to do.
Was that you that used to say how segregation was cool? Like we
100%
was way better.
believe
I did agree with him.
100%
You said that.
agree.
I don't know. I don't. Priest D probably said it too, but I've always.
Well,
said
I feel like
always
that
said
makes sense, and like, okay, I definitely like when he broke all that down. Like that was dope.
Do y'all think segregation was a thing to keep us suppressed? I mean, getting rid of segregation.
Look,
What?
man, it's
I was thinking the opposite.
here. I mean, it's complicated, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, on one hand, I wasn't living during that time. I don't know what it was like to live in segregation or to be.
I'm at desegregation, but go ahead.
Right. To be subjected to Jim and Jane Crow laws, right? Like, so it's hard for me to say to an elder, like, it was better back then for y'all.
But when I know times with like white people trying to kill them and all that junk, but like if you take that out and just black communities when they stay within their own, I hear OGs talk about how good it was when they were in their own community. But when they had to step out.
But not all OGs have that same view.
That same experience.
I mean, you gotta think about it, bro. Like
when they reflect now, when they look at now and
they
reflect back and be like, damn, we had it good.
They
like,
looking back on it, but even there are even elders in the community looking back, like don't feel that way because, bro, like separate.
It was a struggle.
There was no equality in the separateness of it. What I do agree with is that like when you had the separate. The segregation, it forced you to rely on your own people, right? So it forced you to have a sense of solidarity in the community that we lost because once desegregation happened, then we went. But the whole thing of it, if you really think about it, right, is desegregation was all about us saying to a certain extent that whatever we do is not going to be as good as what white folks do. So we want access to what the white folks have access to because whatever they have access to is a better
resources. They got better
resources.
It's
a better quality than what we have. But that mentality, when you desegregate, that mentality then exacerbates the situation because now I'm trying to solely get what the white man got instead of understanding like, let me take advantage of some of the things that are better and then bring it back to my community. We just was like, oh, I got access to go live in their community.
Let's go.
Bye. I got access to go to their school. Bye. Yeah. And we totally, like a segment of our population totally just kind of forgot about like, oh man, but you really black. You really need to continue to invest in what you have been investing in. So
you think, let's just say if it was never desegregated, and stay segregated, you don't think within time we would evolve?
I do.
I just think naturally we would have just.
That's not me. I totally think like eventually there would have been innovation.
I think we would have been set up like Chinatowns. I think we would have had like we would exist in a community, but within our own community.
Yeah, I definitely believe that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard when you in the moment.
No, I get it. I'm not saying that it's not hard.
You know?
I'm just saying if it would just never happen, then it would have stayed the same.
But we definitely lost something.
Yeah, we would have evolved within our own community and had our own towns and sections where it's just.
But do you think that it just it would work if the white folks didn't feel superior over black folks?
Nah, I think they would have left us alone. No different than like the Jewish community, the Asian community. They leave them alone because they work within their own community. They making bread, making major investments, and nobody fool with them.
I think if the black community, say there was no desegregation, I think if we would have been able began to prosper, they would have figured out a way to tear it down. I don't think they would have left us alone. I think
and we would have built it back up.
Probably, but
do y'all ever wonder why like it was our race that they enslaved?
Nah, man, we some powerful people. It's the reason why they picked us.
But like, how did they know that?
Because
I think it was proximity. Like, I think if you were to flip it, if America was Europe and we went and we discovered Europe, right? I think we would have been going down to South America and getting those folks down to South America and taking them over to Europe, right? Like, I just think that Africa is on the same side of the world as Europe. And so the proximity to Africa and the differences in our civilizations just made them say, like, okay, we're going to go there and get our slaves. But I feel like if it was the opposite, they would have went to South America and took, you know, saying a bunch of those folks over to Europe to be slaves.
Right place, wrong time.
But there is something ingrained, and I know there's a lot of theories behind this, but like they just took it to a level once we got here where it was like it went from us just being like free labor to like I got this deep-seated hatred towards you.
Yeah.
And I think it's really has to do with like if you look at abusers, right? Like abusers and people who've gotten abused will say like, why is this person like, why do they hate me so much? And part of it is like when I mistreat you, it's a reflection of me. So then I begin to hate me more, and I have to put that hate somewhere. So I just put it back on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're a constant reminder to me of how bad of a person I am. And so I try to beat you more, or I try to abuse you more to make myself feel better. But it's like this sick ass cycle where every time I mistreat you, I have more hatred towards myself. So then I have to treat you worse, which leads to more hatred, right? And it's just
cycle.
You don't think it started off like that and then eventually just became culture? Like, I believe it rooted like that, but after a while, they just like, man, that's a pit bull. They crazy. I'm gonna stay away from that.
I honestly don't think that white folk think we crazy or dangerous.
I'm talking about from what you just said, from slavery, going to back and forth of deep hatred, and then after a while, it just become cultural to where it's like back then.
Yeah, it is.
Like, it's a pit bull. Stay away. Let me back up, pit. Like, I'm slap you if you come by me. Like, that's how I treat it.
Right. But even if it is cultural, it's still kind of that cycle, because I teach my kid to hate you. So the first time my kid does something hateful towards you, right, they got to go home at night and they got to make sense of that. Like, I just did something to somebody who's a human being. How do I make sense of that in my head? But that's the
problem. Like, they didn't see them as human beings. Like, they didn't see them as equals or human beings. So it's not a problem to do something if it's an alien. If an alien came down here right now, you would not treat it like a human being. Even if an alien came down and it wasn't harmful to you,
right,
you would still treat it like an alien. You're going to lock them up. You don't know what to do with it because you don't know what they're capable of doing. So you're going to treat an alien like an alien. And they looked at us like aliens.
Was there slavery in the West Coast?
Nah, it was.
There's slavery on every part of this.
But it wasn't as big as it was down south.
Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know if I agree with that.
I do.
I
agree with me.
I think
if you don't, I do.
When he said I do, I was like, you said
I
it.
do.
I think they've always recognized our humanity. That's why they tried so hard to take it away from us. And even if they didn't recognize our humanity, like if you kick a dog, like there's a part of you, because you are human, that empathizes with that dog. Like, damn, I just kicked the shit out that dog. Now, a person who can keep kicking the shit out of a dog and not feel no kind of way, right? Like that person got something sick, something deep inside of them. You don't just kick a dog and be like, it's a dog, so I can kick the dog.
But people look at dogs like loving pets. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a different mindset, dog.
Right. And that's what I'm saying to you, bro. Like, I feel like they had to recondition their mind on a daily basis to maintain that hatred towards black people. It wasn't just like a cultural thing where they didn't see. It's like they recognized our humanity. Mm-hmm. That's why they were so evil towards us.
All right, but let's get back on that Killer Mike episode 2, that soda pop, the crip pop.
No, that's episode 3.
Okay, what was 2 about?
What were you just talking about?
Yeah.
What was the porn?
Yeah.
Porn.
Hey, how y'all feel about that porn?
That was so funny watching them watch that.
It was hilarious.
Because they were not expecting that.
Not only was it hilarious, but there was obviously a gay dude sitting in the front who was looking at the gay porn as if he was not,
disgusted.
Right.
Disgusted.
And I'm like,
you can look at regular porn in a scene that you're not familiar. You around people, you're like, oh God. Like if you see 2 people on
there's a difference.
Look, if I'm in
he was so uncomfortable.
Right
Everybody
now,
in there was except for the white guy. The guy who was a house flipper, wanted to be a house flipper, he was not uncomfortable.
If you put on porn in front of a group of people that you don't know, you're gonna feel uncomfortable. Like, God, should I be looking? Should I be closing my eyes?
Well, it was just so
like,
funny because it was completely unexpected.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they throw it on you like, God, like
there's a difference between being uncomfortable and having to look at this. He was looking at that like, I can't believe.
I can't believe he is showing this. Like, this is happening right
disgusted.
now. And then when he went to the other black guy, he totally wanted to watch it, but he couldn't because that would be weird.
Like, I ain't never thought about watching this before. It's kind of weird and interesting.
The most important thing that I think came out that episode, he like skipped over, and that was like when he went to the adults, and they all wanted to be in the music
rappers
industry.
I thought he was gonna dress that too. He went to like 2 black people. Like, I want to get this.
Like, and then he went left field with the porn, and I'm like, bruh, like you hit the nail on the head. Like, why do black men see their only way to success is being in music or in sports? Like, it ain't that many of us that love music that much.
I think that's been said over and over again. So he's just trying to show a different approach to education and how the education system is cookie cutter. Like, let's switch it up. He went to extreme to show you like how you can educate somebody, but at the same time, he letting them know like if we change it up and give them something interesting while you're educating them, it may click.
Nah, man, because that whole thing that he said was...
No, he gave him assessment and they flunked.
He gave him assessment about stuff that they did not know.
And then he gave him assessment on porn about the same stuff they did not know, and they aced it.
And I guarantee...
But if he would have showed a video without the porn and just the same thing...
People fall asleep. Like, you...
No, it
nah,
was like a 5-minute video.
I put myself
bruh.
Brennan, if he would have showed him a video without all that bootleg porn on there, they still would have passed the test.
You put me in watch a video that's something that's not interested in me. It was totally... Nobody's interested in this.
There's
not one person.
He acting like he don't understand.
Yeah.
For real. No.
If you watch a 5-minute video and it explains how to do something, and you take a test again, you're gonna know the answers.
If
you
he
have a greater attention span than 5 minutes, Brandon.
If he really wanted to, and this is what any real university president would have told him. If you really want to prove to me that this method of teaching works, then where's your control group? Meaning, where's your group that you showed just a regular video to, and then gave them the assessment test versus a group that you showed this video to, because you took some people who knew nothing about this stuff, showed them a video, and then try to say like there's a 75% increase. Like, yeah, duh.
Because you gave them the information. And then you gave them the information. No matter how he gave it to them, he gave them the information.
He gave it to them. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not gonna disagree. But I would also say the issue when it comes to education is not in our adult trade schools. The issue is in like he went straight from like kindergartners
to adults.
It was just like
because the principal was like, I don't. This is.
It was just like, bruh, like
this is
like
not it.
The problem is not with our trade schools and adults. The problem is what's happening like K through 12. You ain't never showing no porn video K through 12 on some stuff.
So y'all disagree with his method? That's what y'all telling me.
I just think it didn't really prove anything.
I think it was great entertainment for Netflix.
Yeah. Kinda. It was kind of a snoozer. At the end of the day,
it's a TV show.
It was a snoozer for you, Tiff? It even wasn't entertaining to you?
It wasn't. I was just like, okay.
You can watch stories and that's not entertaining?
You talking about my soap opera?
Yes.
I've been watching for like 25 years.
Dude, they're killing that 25 years soap
It's
opera,
like,
man.
It's not so much that it's entertaining, it's just that I'm invested. Let's see what goes on with Hope Brady.
Oh my, dude, look. Hey, you ever watch the soap?
Yeah, hell, I used to watch General Hospital.
What?
Yeah.
How did you? With your moms?
Nah, my grandmother.
Oh, okay.
Because only grandmas watch soap opera.
Exactly.
Dude, did I tell you I ended up watching one with her?
Nah.
Man, she had her first kid, and I was like, all right, let me just sit here on the couch and just watch it with her while I chill with the kid. Man, she got me into it the whole time I was on baby
That's
leave.
the first time you started watching it with me after we had a kid?
Yes.
Out of the whole 7-8 years before that, you never watched it with me?
When do I got time to watch it with you, too?
Busy guy.
Yeah. Like, I'm at work. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm at
busy,
work.
busy.
If I'm at work.
You know what, though? We didn't have, like, DVRs and stuff back then either. That's
and I'm
crazy.
at work. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that's like, if I'm off for a day and she put it on, I ain't watching that.
Right.
But if I'm off for 6 weeks, like,
I got you.
I may have time to watch it.
We didn't have DVRs back then.
Right.
And one TV.
Wow.
We had one TV in the house.
That's amazing.
With no DVR. And then TiVo came about.
Did we have a TV in our room?
Yep. That one behind you.
In the apartment?
Yeah.
In our first apartment?
Yeah, because it was like a heater. That TV got so hot in that little room.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because that's a plasma. That's like old. That's the only
No,
TV.
I'm talking about the first apartment when we first got married. We didn't. When we had the little IKEA couch and all that stuff.
Oh.
We didn't have a TV in our room. We just had one in the living
y'all
room.
a mighty long way.
Oh, well, no, we still
Yeah.
rock with IKEA on a couple of things, man.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all went from one TV to
About
multiple.
7 of these TVs. That's crazy. Anyway.
Can we talk about how y'all got the original in the living room? Like,
The
can y'all
original.
recycle? Can y'all get a new one and recycle
no.
this one?
Yeah, this one's going in our room, and then we gotta get a bigger one for down
Okay.
here. This one's way too small for down here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but y'all made me mess up. What point was I trying to prove?
I don't know.
Oh, watching the stories.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, how you can leave and then come back 6 years later
nigga.
and still know
Dog,
what's going on.
I watched it.
I already
when
knew what
on
you was
the
gonna
baby
say.
bonding for 6 weeks with her. I have another kid.
3 years
3.5
later.
years later. I was like, let me just see what's going on. They still looking for the kid that they lost 3.5 years ago. I promise, dog. I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm like, they still ain't found baby. Like, what's up? Dude ain't dead. They still trying to like
Soap
nothing
operas.
changed, dog,
Listen.
in 3.5 years.
Soap
I jumped back in it
operas.
like boom. I'm like, this is whack.
Soap operas can take a month to talk about one story, but still end up current in real time.
Right.
And people die and come back.
All the time.
And they change characters.
Yes.
They change actors for the characters.
Yes.
Like nothing even happened.
There's always a twin that you never knew of.
But it's so funny because I only know 2 other people who watch my stories with me. And it's like a bond we have because we can't talk about it.
You're going to get some people
We
hitting you
can't
up
talk
like,
about it.
What you watch?
Days of Our Lives.
Oh yeah, it's somebody out. It's some females
somebody.
out there. Talk to her, y'all. Hit her up. Let her know
Somebody
what's
that
up.
love Days
Do
of
you
Our
know
Lives.
that Victor
Nah, I don't.
Kiriakis
I don't know. Who is
is
that?
Jennifer Aniston's dad in like real life.
Do you know any of these names?
I don't.
Okay, well, let's move on. So anyway, how y'all feel? How y'all feel about episode 3?
You watch soap operas too, just so you know.
It's just different.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Ray Donovan is not a soap opera.
Listen, all those shows you watch, Empire, freaking Grey's Anatomy.
I don't watch Grey's Anatomy.
You used to? Don't act like you didn't watch 10 seasons of it.
I don't watch it.
Star. Those are all soap
Hey,
operas.
let me tell you something, Doc. Your boy ain't watch TV. Like, I'm locked in. There's no TV thing. Like, real talk. I've been going strong. Like, I ain't even no. I ain't had no withdrawals.
You about to watch the rap game when it
3
come
weeks
on.
without, like, let me tell you. Now I take that back. The only time I watch TV is when my son asks me, like, Dad, let's sit down and watch a movie together.
Ain't Netflix TV.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
I
were
watched
watching
Killer
movies.
Mike. This I watched.
Hey, you know what's hecka funny too is Ellen's Game of Games.
I haven't watched that yet.
Hella funny. Sorry.
Okay, I have been watching TV, but
because we just watched that last night.
but it's not on my own. It's with my family. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me just sitting on the couch. Let me see what's going on. Like, I ain't gonna be anti. Like,
He just watched that one movie yesterday
No,
too.
no,
What's it
no,
called?
I'm not.
What's it called? Rhapsody. What movie you just watched that night? Bohemian.
Oh, Bohemian
yeah, I watched
Rhapsody?
that with 9.
Mm-hmm.
Me and 9
I still
watched
wanna
that.
see that movie.
Hey, this ain't gonna do nothing. But I was just thinking, because our son likes J. Cole, like knows the word.
Yeah.
For word. And I was up there with him today, and he was playing his game and just rapping along the song, like saying every single word.
Right.
And I'm like, do he even know what this guy is talking about? Have you talked to him about that? Like, he know what he's talking about? Okay, I was just wondering.
Nah, man, you know I'm active. I'm like,
I was gonna ask, but then I just
nah,
didn't feel like it.
He a smart dude. Like, I pause it. What is he talking about?
I was gonna do that too. I just
he'll tell
really
you.
didn't feel like it.
Nah, he will actually tell you.
I'm sure
And
he
the thing
would.
about J. Cole is, like, if I had to pick a rapper, I'm cool with J. Cole. Like, he a conscious rapper. So conscious and lyrical.
It's hecka funny because Brandon told him that he'll take him to his concert when he come around, probably this year sometime, because he's just about to have an album come out. And he was hecka excited. And they was like, you want to go to? I am not a J. Cole fan. Did we go to his concert?
You ain't gotta go. Me and I
I'm definitely going because it'll be my son's first concert, so I'm definitely going. But didn't we go to his before?
Yeah.
Yeah, I low key almost fell asleep.
Dude, like, go to sleep. Like, you ain't gotta come.
You
Don't
almost fell asleep
spoil
at a J.
our
Cole concert?
moment.
I did.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
don't spoil
disrespectful.
me and Nine
I'm
moment.
not a J. Cole fan.
Then don't go. Like, it's no
First
problem.
of all, relax.
Don't go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm definitely gonna go.
Want to be there for the moment, but not in the
No.
moment with me and the boy.
I
Like,
would
you know what I'm
definitely
saying?
be in the
you
moment
know,
with him.
Here's the thing, man. I find this interesting because I know how you all like to censor things for your kids, right? But I think it's interesting because, like, we all love. Well, I know you and I love rap music.
Yeah.
Tiff grew up with a love for hip hop, R&B.
I did.
Did you not?
I'm just playing.
But it's like, in large part, our music is completely inappropriate for kids.
It is.
So it's like, how do you allow your kids to, because hip hop, because it goes back to what we was talking about in terms of, like, raising our kids in the suburb, right? It's like, that's part of our identity, hip hop.
You know what I tell my son? Like, dog, like I said, everything that I'm around. The reason why he like J. Cole is because I got the clean version, and I just feel like I need to listen to some hip hop. And that's what I put on when my kids around. Like, just like, I put on, like, certain songs without.
I forgot they have clean versions of
Yeah, they got clean versions.
Yeah, I put
We don't have him just listening to the explicit version.
I totally forgot
Oh my
about that.
gosh, no.
Like,
Hey, but I did tell him, I was like, you gonna be pom-pom? He was like, yeah. I was like, I'm even gonna let you say all the cuss words and everything.
You're like, for real? I can't? I was like, she's like, no. Why are you so excited? He's like, no, I was just playing, but I was going like, I was like, nah.
It was like a funny. Nah, he listened to the clean version.
Nah,
I
they
forgot
listen
they
to
had clean versions.
But it's just certain song, like out of the whole album, it'd be like 4 or 5 songs that I just got in repeat on my track list.
Right.
And they always ask me, go back to that. Go back to that. Go back to that. Like, and then we just be rapping it together, like going back and forth and just having heck of fun.
Then they get
together.
in my car and ask listen. I'd be like, no.
Yeah, like it ain't going anybody.
Gosh,
And then they just like, Dad, let it ride. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Stop skipping.
yeah, play another one. Play another one. I was like,
Because he pretty much know that whole album,
He got
huh?
the whole album on lock. Yeah. So, but I always had conversations with him, like, tell me what he's saying. Tell me what's going on. And then I let him know, like, for example, me and him was sitting around talking, like, just chopping it up about hip hop. And he asked me, like, how did it start? What's going on? I'm like, dang, it started like gangster. I just started off with gangster music. I'm like, I'm not going too deep with this boy right now. So I started talking about NWA. What was NWA? Like, what do you mean you don't know NWA? All right, let me tell you about Ice Cube. Let me tell you about Easy. Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about that. And then we started watching a little bit of NWA.
You let him watch the NWA?
A little bit. Just
Of the movie?
A little bit, just to show him, like, this is them when they was young. This is Ice Cube. The
I wasn't around.
Yeah, I said, don't tell your mama. So it's like a secret between me and him.
That's now no longer a secret.
Nah, it's no longer a secret. She know I'm going to tell her.
He lets them, apparently, I'm finding out that I'm
What?
more of the conservative one in the bunch. He lets him get away with a whole lot of stuff, right? Because we'll be watching a movie that he approves that he can watch. And I'm sitting there and they just are going on, just a cussing. I'm just like, I feel that he feel when I'm like,
I'm like, hey, cut it off, your mama coming around.
No, not coming around, but if I'm in the room with you guys, I feel like you feel when it's coming that I'm about to be like.
You know what's so funny now? My son caught on. He be like, Dad, just me and you. Like, and then like if mom come in there, he be like, hey, cut it off, Dad. Let's not watch this right now. Like,
is that why you guys started putting on the movie Today Without Me?
Nah, ain't got nothing to do with it. He just asking, can he watch that? He's like, Dad, is this a good enough movie for me to watch? And they so square blood. They be asking for everything.
They ask for everything.
But,
well, you know what's interesting.
But hold on, but let me answer your question. So we was talking about NWA, and I was like,
y'all already kind of answered it.
No, but I was like, this is a good.
Because I didn't know that there were clean versions.
Nah, but
you thought we'd let them listen to the.
Yeah, because I was just trying to say, like,
how
our music is.
How does that work?
But hold on. So look, but I mean, like, I get it. In today's society, my kids gonna hear cussing. My kids gonna hear crazy stuff. But if I'm
definitely
if I'm there to walk them through it and guide it, I'd rather be there with them than them trying to
being
figure
it by themselves.
No, I get that. But
so look, hold on. But you asked about something else. But today we watched NWA for like 20 minutes. And I was like, yo, look, before we start this movie, let me tell you about, we was talking about the history of it, how it got started. And I was like, you got to understand that these were kids at this time. They come from a different background than you. They come from this, they come from that, they come from poverty. So these are kids telling their versions of what's going on in the street. So I was like, you watching this, I don't want you to get influenced and feel that
gotta be your story.
That gotta be you. That gotta be your story. So I had that whole conversation with him, and then throughout the movie, I'm pausing it. 9. Why you think they said trick the police? Man, I was just thinking about that, Dad. Like, from what they going through and how the police is roughing, they showed them doing this, they showed them this. So now they building up a mentality where they like, I don't care about no police. I shoot the police. You getting it? So that's why they screaming, trick the police. That's why that, and I just broke down everything.
But you're using NWA as an example, which I don't think is a good example.
No, I'm just saying, like, we were on that subject.
No, I get that, but I'm just saying, like where you have the NWAs of the world, right? You also had like Nelly, Tip Drill. You know what I mean? Like that was a part of like our upbringing, like our identity, like hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, like, can you expose your kid to that, or do your kid just
Can you expose him to a non-conscious rapper?
Right, because that's a part of it too. You know what I mean? So like, or is it just that like you just got to be a square because you can't know that.
Nah, he know. It's like he know his lane, dog. He know because we was watching something else and kid was trying to act hard and got beat up by the kid on the bus. Remember on the NWA?
I've never seen the movie.
What?
You ain't never.
I've never seen.
All right,
it.
well,
Why?
anyway,
Is that like on purpose?
No, this has never been
all right, look,
on while I was.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about this. a kid riding a bus is throwing up gang signs to another dude, and they pulled over the bus and got him like, say something now. What's that sign you was throwing up?
Right.
And paused. Lesson.
The movie was actually really good.
Let's talk about.
I don't doubt it. I just ain't.
Like I said, let's talk about this scene. What's going on, man? Dude was acting like a studio. What you mean a studio? He was acting like he was ganging. He was acting like he was thug. Acting like he was with it. And then dude pulled his card. I'm like, oh, okay, little nigga. All right. So I was like,
all right, let me change my question because I don't think.
I'm just saying like he.
Yeah, but you answer my question in a way that I'm not asking it.
What are you asking? Can we expose him to tip drill since I'm telling him about NWA?
No, listen.
Hell nah.
Listen. So I'm saying like it's not just we have our identity is connected to hip hop. It's just that like hip hop and blackness, right, in many ways overlap. So you send your kid to school, he go to school with other little black kids who do have access to both the
these little kids
conscious and unconscious hip hop, right? That becomes a part of their identity. But now your son is like, okay, I'm black. I know of hip hop, but my dad has introduced me to the conscious side of it.
He's going to get exposed.
Okay.
Like, regardless, like whether I'm there or not, he's going to get exposed.
Because, you know what I mean? These little kids is listening to like, you know what I mean? Like would you let your son listen to Soulja Boy?
Yeah.
You would?
Like his first album or recently? Nah. It's like, nah.
He can listen to Superman.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm saying look, right now, my son is into like video games, dog. 100% video games. And if he's a one lane, like he's a one show puppy or whatever that's called, like he only listened to like what we allow. Like, you know, my son is so black and white, dog. He, for the most part, as far as we're concerned, he don't go outside his lane, and he always around us. So when he playing video games, he don't care about nothing else but video games. When we in a car, Dad, he put on J. Cole. I'm like, dude, find another artist. Let me put you up on game on this dude.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Like you saying, find another artist. Can he find another artist, or is it?
It's really me lacing him on the music that I like.
But like old school people,
and old school. Like my son is. Remember when I was
he's
slapping
such
in
an
the car?
old soul. That guy.
He's an old soul because he's around us so much.
You would think he has like old parents.
That he listened to Luther Vandross. He know Anita Baker. He know, like, you know what I'm saying. Like he know Erykah Badu. He know Jill Scott. Like they surrounded by the music that me and Tiff play. Beyonce. So Jay-Z and Beyonce, like they limited to what we provide around them. Anything outside they unfamiliar with, if they like it, I'm pretty sure they would dive in. But if it's too much cussing, he'd be like, Dad, somebody at my school was playing this. I tried to listen to it. I had to cut it off because they was cussing too much.
Even
like,
Bella's like that. That's so funny you just said that because I haven't heard the Carters in a minute, right? So I played it.
She came and told me. She said, I can't say this no. Mommy can't play this song around me no more, Daddy. I said, why? She was like, cuz it say cuss words. I was like, what cuss words it say on that? What's your mama playing around you?
Let me tell you, it was so funny. So I played the Ape song, and you know, it's so funny because I'd be driving, and then because we had to go to the city because she had a casting, such a long trip. So I would be driving, I'd be playing my music, and then I'd be seeing her in the rear view, like mocking me and doing everything I'm doing. It's so cute. But she don't know I'd be watching her. But when I see her, I start doing it extra so I can see she's really copying me. It's so cute. Anyway, so I was just jamming. I played that song, and then I was like, ooh, I'm about to play my song. She was like, what song is it, Mommy? And then I put it on. It's like, I Could Do Anything song.
Right.
It's like, I could do anything. Hell no. She's like, Mom, I can't say that, Mommy. Like, I was like, yes, you can. I was like, okay, wait, you're right. You can't. Hold on. I was like, well, hold on. You can say this part. And I was waiting for it. She's like, are you talking about the, cause I'm nice. I was like, yeah, you can say that part. But she knew that she could not even say.
She can't, Mommy playing bad word songs.
I can't believe she came and told her me though.
What she playing? She's like,
oh my God.
She's like, I can't listen to some Mommy be listening to anymore. I was like, you right. You
I wasn't even tripping off that word. And she was just like, I can't say that.
Yeah, I said, she'd be like, Daddy, can you stop cussing around me? I was like, what? She's like,
hey.
You said stupid. And she said, you said something I can't say. I was like, what'd I say? She said, come here. You said stupid. I was like, I'm sorry.
It's interesting you say that because I definitely had a moment on the trip when we was out. I was looking at you and I was like, this nigga is cussing like he ain't.
Oh, he does. Oh, because you don't normally be around him when you with his friends.
Right.
So when he's with his friends and his cousin, it's nigga this, nigga that, cussing up a storm like a sailor.
You was in straight like nigga mode, bro.
Every other word.
I was like, I don't even think I cussed this much. Like
he turns it
trying to bust me out.
Hey, he was
on
99.
When they all get together, it is just...
Bruh, I literally...
They start cussing like teenagers.
Don't believe it, people.
I remember it. I literally was like...
I already know.
I was like, oh, this nigga... I was like, this nigga really ain't on right now. Like,
yeah.
But I think... Here, I'll give you your props in saying... I think it's because I spend so much time around you here.
Yeah, he don't do that
when
here.
You don't use profanity. That when you was using profanity, it just stood out to me.
Right. Yeah, and it was probably a lot because when he gets around his friends and his cousins, they start cussing like sailors. All of them.
It was a lot. I was like, this.
All of them.
Like, this nigga right here.
Don't believe it.
Or when he's working out.
I got an image up.
I was like, this nigga cussing when he ain't even supposed to be cussing.
Nah, don't mess
it's
with
either that or when he's working out.
Oh man.
Nah, when I'm working out, yeah, I'm be like.
It was just. I was like, oh okay. Like,
that's hecka funny.
Yeah. Hey, before we get off this Killer Mike, what y'all thought about that soda episode?
That's the same
Bro, that was the worst episode. Well, no. The last one was the worst episode
Let's
to me.
talk about that soda episode. How y'all feel about that?
The issue that I had with the soda episode and with every episode is there's always a moment of brilliance.
And then he goes left.
Where'd he go left with the soda? That's my main one I like. Let's talk about it.
I just don't think that was realistic to think that.
Right. First of all, it definitely wasn't realistic.
Hey, you know them flying off the shelf, right?
I believe they are. But
is they really selling it?
Really selling them. Really getting it popping. I just seen, I can't think of his name right. G Perico with it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they were really selling it.
They really getting them off. He really made it a business and a company. I think it's dope, blood.
I'm not saying
how he broke it down to Hell's Angels. Like,
I'm not saying
no,
that.
I get that part.
I'm not saying that isn't dope. I'm saying that like he may have chosen some folks who were gang affiliated,
but not actual active gang members.
Because I just didn't get that vibe.
I'm with you on that, but
from them,
I'm with you.
You know
on
what
that.
I mean?
Yeah, they seem like some square Crips, but like you still got to get somebody level headed though. Like,
bro,
you still get somebody that
okay. Like it was things like they went to the bank to get money.
I think that's dope, blood.
I think that's dope too. And
okay,
the bank denied them.
Dope.
Okay.
I think that needed to be seen.
Perfect.
Okay, I'm with you.
And then in the next scene, them niggas show up with 3 boxes of ready
so who funded the money? Oh, because they supposedly made it themselves.
Right, like
packaged and everything in the kitchen.
Y'all missing the
professional
point.
Like,
so we're thinking too far.
Y'all thinking too far. Y'all thinking like in the mindset of y'all right now. You know how many people that influence to like try to start their own business and start on YouTube and like get a formula and go from there versus like.
Bruh, I don't know who it inspired, but
I'm saying it's gonna inspire somebody to do something on their own versus
I don't doubt that, but I would also say if you looked at that and you did not put two and two together that Killer Mike was behind all of this.
I get that, dog.
You know what I mean? So like,
well, I'm saying
you putting your idea.
In a sense, he was kind of like contradicting himself, telling like the kids not to dream, telling the kids not to dream big, and that you can do.
It's one thing about going after something and versus just dreaming about something. You putting faith without works,
bro. No, don't.
Come on, ain't that what you say?
How can you be 5 or 6 year old?
How can you say that
to
a kid? Nigga?
Go after something.
Hey,
you can't do nothing but dream.
But you ain't putting the work in yet.
Yeah,
nigga, come on, bro. You just killed your argument.
Hey, be a teacher, little boy. I'm trying to be no president. You go on YouTube and make a soda and get it off.
No.
Okay.
Look, look. It again. It wasn't. It wasn't the Crips who had an idea to start a soda company and got it off. It was him. Yeah. And they basically was passengers on the bus that he was driving.
I agree.
So he didn't show how easy it was for the regular person to go start a business. He showed how easy it was for Killer Mike to start a business.
Find somebody to start a business.
Killer Mike.
They made good soda off of YouTube.
You can make anything off of YouTube, I feel like.
Yeah, you can.
I don't deny that. I just, like I said,
I think y'all
scene 3 they got denied alone. Scene 4 they had like 6 cases, like perfect. Then the next scene they had a store with like a whole. I'm like, where did they get the money to make all this soda?
I get that, but I just think y'all missing the point of him just showing like black ownership. That's all I'm trying to say.
But the whole point was we celebrate white gangsters, but we don't celebrate black gangsters.
Nah, I get that.
Boom.
I never thought about that though. Like
I got it.
Hell's Angels.
The other point was the taste test. And that's why I said the taste test was a moment of brilliance, and then he went left.
That one guy got really mad.
Oh, I like that part.
Mario.
I like as his name.
And it was Mario who, for me, killed the rest of the episodes.
Why? Oh, because he was in everything after that.
Right.
They found a character to roll with.
Because up until that point, I was like, all right, like you going left some places, but I can deal with it. And then once he was like, I brought Mario back, I was like,
done.
Yeah. Now you just need to fill in the rest of these episodes.
Lost me.
You got 6 of them to fill in. But I thought like I just thought the way all them folks flipped the script when they found out that was
Cripicola. They were loving it.
And the what they were saying and all that and all the misconceptions and stereotypes and yada yada yada. And then when he came in and sat down, was like, let's talk real. And he told Mario, like, bruh, you's a racist. And Mario, like, he really, you could, like, I don't think
I'm just gonna leave. He got so mad.
He just could not see it. Like, how are you telling me I'm a racist right now? Yeah. Like,
how you gonna put me in a box by telling me that I'm brown? How you just gonna put me in a box?
I got a song
not realizing that he was
putting out the box, but I'm in a box.
Right. Oh, that shit was not realizing that he was putting the Crips in the box.
Right.
Yeah. And I was waiting for Killer Mike to be like, bruh, you're doing the exact same thing that you don't want me to do to you to them. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, it just went left after. Like, I thought that was such a dope scene.
Until it wasn't.
Until he got these niggas selling Cripicola.
Because he said, shoot, Coca-Cola and Pepsi been killing us more, so we going to kill ourselves.
At a white flea market.
I think that was hard, man.
Not to mention, this nigga said, let's make a product that's already killing our people.
That's what I just said.
Right, like, nigga.
He's like, we gonna be the ones to kill us.
Straight up.
Nah, bro.
Why not?
That's what I said. Every episode,
man,
he got
I think
good.
at that he's just trying to be funny.
Bro, I get it. That's why I said it's a TV show.
Yeah.
And I laughed all the way through it. It's a TV show, but you know.
But he made some good points to me.
There was I just think there was opportunity for him to just like really hit a home run.
I can dig it.
Are you guys gonna watch Amanda Steele's special?
What? Oh, about that thing she got going around, like when she go to different places and do a
No, she has a Netflix special coming on a stand-up.
Oh, word.
I don't even know who Amanda Steele is.
Yes,
She had. You heard about her show that she had
What?
when she go from city to city and do like live shows. If that's what the Netflix special about.
It's called I Be Knowing.
I don't know what it's called, but I know she had a live taking.
Or Be Knowing.
I found out about her live taping too late. I found out like a week or two after I left Oakland and Frisco. I was like, wait, pissed because I wanted to take you when I heard about it. But up with it, anything.
Amanda Seals?
Yeah, she hard blood.
Oh, she black.
Yeah, come on now, dog. You losing.
Wow.
You lost a half a point, dog.
Take a full.
Okay.
Take us.
I'm taking it, dog. Like, yeah, you should know who she is, especially how pro-black you is.
Yeah.
I'm not pro-black. I just like black people.
I'm with you. I agree. But
Okay.
let's talk about that trip, man. I'm sorry, Tip. Was there anything
Yeah.
else?
Well, how was Seattle?
Seattle was dope.
No. Can we? Okay. Before we get into it, I got a question I want to ask you.
He been waiting to ask me on
Yeah,
air.
yeah.
That's a wait till Wednesday. What's that?
What is something that you learned about me that you didn't know prior to this trip?
I learned you too
That
much.
you would
too
sleep
much-
on the floor instead
Yeah,
of
he's too
sleeping
much
in
of
the
a
bed.
manly man. I told you that. I said this dude. Look. All right, let me tell y'all, man. If y'all keep up, y'all know last week.
Because we
I did-
talked on air about your accommodations, right? Was that on air?
Yeah.
We're
okay.
gonna touch on that again. We're definitely gonna touch on that again.
That was so
Man,
funny.
what I learned is we have a lot in common when it comes to vacation, and I learned what I already.
Do you?
No, listen. I'm saying I learned what I already know. Like I can rock with this dude in any situation. Like if we gonna go out, if we with a group of people. Usually with a group of people, sometimes it's gonna be some type of major misunderstanding. We didn't have none of that the whole trip. I feel like that was the perfect group of dudes to go with.
Almost did. At the end.
Who, you?
No, not me and you, but we almost had a disagreement.
Well, what?
We'll get to that.
All right. Well, for the major part of the vacation, I can't think of too many. Well, I can think of one, but at the same time, it's just a cool group of dudes. No arguments. If people like with it, if not. It just was a dope
You
vacation.
be on vacations arguing with people?
Nah, it's just be like, you know how somebody want to do something, somebody don't, and you like, man, y'all, we didn't have that, man, y'all whack. Like y'all ain't trying to like I wanted to go out and hang out with the city, but my dudes didn't, and it wasn't no big deal. Like I wasn't gonna make a big deal that nobody want to go out and I have to go out by myself. It was like, all right, cool. Doc was like, I'm with it. If y'all ain't cool, like we just had the same mentality. Like if we gonna go out, we gonna go out. If not, not. Stop acting like y'all do when y'all don't. What we gonna do? No, all right, peace. I'm going to bed. We both just went to bed.
That's what you learned about him?
Now I learned that I could rock with him. I just said in any situation, I learned that I could take trips with this dude and I'm gonna have a good time. Mm-hmm. And I also learned he ain't gonna sleep in the bed with me.
He don't want to. He don't want to snuggle.
He don't want to snuggle. I'm like, blood, we can snuggle. Like we be all right. Trust me.
Not even head toe.
I will only spoon you on accident, and then I catch myself and roll back over.
I was real comfortable where I was at.
He was on the floor.
I did not complain. I was good.
That was funny.
I'm like,
I
blood,
was
we
solid.
straight, man. Like, let me get up on that leg. I'm like, nah,
I
we're
was
cool.
solid. Give me some pillows and a blanket.
What you learn about me?
That you would snuggle.
Yeah,
Nah,
I snuggle it. Come on over here, big
Bro,
boy.
I learned that I think you might be one of the happiest people I've ever met in my life.
For real?
It's like,
Wait, what?
it's a happy-go-lucky ass nigga. Right here.
Hey, niggas be getting at me like that. Like, this
Hey.
nigga too happy, man. I don't trust
Nigga's a
him.
happy-go-lucky
I know.
ass nigga.
Ain't
Nah,
that-
I heard that before.
Or he
like,
faking phony because he's so happy. I get that all the
always
time.
Smiling.
Nah, he ain't
There's
fake.
something
It's-
fake about this dude. You
it's
just too
genuine.
happy.
Some people just can't believe you're a
It's
genuine happy
It's
person. Like Little
genuine.
Duval, he's like that.
It's genuine, but this nigga is really just a happy ass
You didn't know that before, prior to the trip.
man. It
You
is
thought gonna be different around one-on-one and around Tiff or something?
nah, bro. Like I always like it's never not that I didn't notice that. Like okay, this is what I mean. We spent, mind you, like I'm downplaying it because I got shit to do, like I'm reading and stuff like that. But I'm highly irritated on the way back home because we spent 3 hours sightseeing.
Well, I feel like I was with you guys. I was on the phone with him a lot.
Right.
But I'm like, y'all decide to go sightseeing on your way home?
On the way home.
I said that. I said that.
I'm trying to get home.
Like, I said, you trying to go out and kick it? Nah, just stay in the car. All right.
Oh, you were that guy? You didn't
Yes.
even get out the car anymore?
No.
I just stay in the car. All right, cool.
So you didn't get you no voodoo donuts?
No.
Hey,
no,
them-
I stood in line, but no, I didn't get no donut.
They were
Hey, you
good.
played it off real good.
Hey.
Highly irritated. But that's what I mean by he's a happy person, because it was just like there was no sense of urgency to give. Like, he could have went and saw every landmark in Seattle and got home at like 6 a.m. and been super happy because he could show you pictures of like every place. Like, we went here and then we went here and then we went here.
That's what
and this
we
person
do,
did
though.
this, and I was like,
We go to places and
Hey,
we are like straight tourists.
I'm touristy.
Like to
Yes.
the 10th power.
yes.
Yeah.
So I've learned that if I go somewhere with
Be
him,
ready to kick it.
nah, it ain't even that. I just
some
learned
tourist
that
time on
I
the
got to
side.
make sure that he has a day. We got to build a day
Yeah.
into the schedule
Well,
for him to do
normally-
that.
Yeah.
Is us traveling together and the itinerary is a little bit more together.
Right.
Than when he's
Right.
in charge.
Yes, 'cause the itinerary was-
Because I was like, why are you guys going sightseeing? Because he was like, yeah, we about to go here. And I'd be like,
And the-
why are y'all going? It's when y'all were looking for the little house
and the other two were all too game to
to
go
do
along.
it.
Which is why I just was like,
But you can't be
all
that
right.
guy that stays in the car, though.
I was.
At this point, what's happening is happening, so you just got to go with
I
it.
was.
Instead of just being all
I
having
stayed.
a in your feelings temper
I
tantrum.
stayed.
Hey, I didn't
In the
even
car.
trip till he just said it now. I was like, all right, cool. Like, I
Right.
was like, we
I wasn't
pulled-
having a temper tantrum. I
That
just was,
definitely was a temper tantrum.
no, it wasn't
look.
temper. I just was not interested. They were like, "You want to see the gun wall? What's the gun wall? People take guns.
You
and put
didn't
it on
go see
wall.
the gum wall?
No, I sat in the car and read. I read
Look,
the
hey, we
book.
pulled up. We like, hey, before we go, we gotta go see that first Starbucks. They like, hell yeah. I'm like, all right.
I thought that you guys saw that the first day.
we seen it, but we didn't take a picture there.
Oh, so you have to
Yeah,
double
we
back.
gotta double back.
Okay.
So look, I said
Okay.
we gotta go back to that Starbucks.
Was it cracked? Was it
What?
Was it,
was a
packed in
long
there
line
for
both times.
Starbucks?
Out the door. So I'm like, we gotta go back.
Is that the only Starbucks they have in the
That's
city?
the first Starbucks.
I know it's the first one,
Hey,
but
you know
it's
that you know the
Starbucks
first
everywhere.
Starbucks showed nipples? I gotta show you that.
you just told me.
Okay, I didn't know if I showed you.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Everywhere.
so we went there.
I can't believe you didn't taste the donut.
No.
They
Look.
were hella good.
Look, we went.
Well, I'm not a fan of all the toppings they had, but the actual cake, the donut, was really good. Like, I would just want a glaze.
Hey, look, to the peak game. So we woke up, right? And I said, man, we gotta go see that.
It better been good because I was an hour and a half in line.
That's what we do. You know, we went to St. Louis with my like 80-something-year-old grandma in the
know.
freezing cold, and we stood in line for
And
sweetie
he's-
pies for like 2
And
hours.
he said that to me as we were standing in
That's
line
what we do.
for
You
a
do
donut.
things like
Hey,
that.
hey,
You stand in a line for a ride?
You gotta do it for
That moved faster than the voodoo line.
No.
Hey, you gotta do it for the culture, man.
And
I
they
do
had like,
one time for the
it was a
culture.
line out the door
And then inside.
and they had 2 cash registers. I could have threw every donut.
You know why they do that though? They make these places so small because it
They do
attracts
that.
people and it makes
Right.
you want
And they're
it.
open 24 hours a day.
Right.
So
I wonder if
it's-
there's a long line like that all night.
Right. So this
pretty
they
sure.
not tripping. They like, y'all ain't going nowhere and we ain't closing.
Opportunity cost.
Man, I was. Yeah. So I was
Over
irritated.
it.
But it was
Hold
like
on, but let me tell you something.
I just understood that, like, I was irritated, but it was one of those things where it's just like, I understand who he is. So I can't really be mad because it's like, it's part of what I expect from him. He's within character, even when he's doing something that I find just absolutely unnecessary.
So you don't like going to places that have like famous attractions and going to check them out?
Really not interested in seeing famous attractions.
Really? So you go to St. Louis, you're not gonna go see the Arch?
Not really interested, but I would go see, like I would rather go see.
You're not gonna go to the Empire State Building and walk all those stairs to go to the top?
No, I would rather go.
I am.
We did.
I think we did.
Nah, I'd rather go to Brooklyn or Queens or.
You're not gonna go to the 9/11 Memorial?
Nope.
To the museum?
Nope. Not interested in any.
You're not gonna go to DC and go to the African Museum?
I've been to DC like 5 times in the last 2 years and ain't been there. Every time I go, the people be like,
I don't know if you would vacation well with us.
Yeah.
But
I'm
but here's the
reconsidering
deal.
everything I said about
Here's
this
the deal.
doing vacation.
I wouldn't have mind doing that. Like
If it
I
was-
would have went
if it was scheduled for it.
if it was scheduled for it. But on the day we supposed to be driving home,
No, not the day so you driving home.
Hey.
When you guys are in the car on your way home, like check out the hotel.
Hey, we got a 12-hour drive, and they was like, "Hey, y'all still trying to go see that first Starbucks?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
every hour that's wasted, and we getting back, we getting closer. I was trying to
You
get
guys
home.
still made home at good time.
We did. Thanks to
Good time.
that's because I drove down there 100 miles an hour. Once I got the seat, I was like, I'm trying to
Get home. You do what? Just go to sleep. We're gonna
Hey,
do
look,
nothing.
all we did was go see the gum wall.
You guys saw that monster clay thing we showed the
troll
kids.
and
We did see a
Yeah.
couple of things. Okay, look.
In
We
the
woke up
little
we woke
house.
up at 8, and now we was about to leave. I was ready to go, and then they was like, "Y'all trying to see the Starbucks?" Hell yeah. Gum wall, hell yeah. And then Mark Googled some stuff. He was like,
Hey, he did.
He said, "You know that little home
Hey.
in Up?" I was like, "Up." He showed me a
He
picture.
did.
I said, "That's in Seattle." He was like, "Hell yeah."
That
we
nigga
got
started getting excited. Like he started finding shit for this nigga to go see. This nigga was like, let's go. I'm like, ah.
It's just right there.
Hey, he was like, "Man, we gotta see that little house from Up with the balloons on top. The house that floated." I said, "Nigga, that's out here." He's like, "Yup, we gonna see that."
Is Seattle a small city?
Nah, it ain't.
It ain't a small city. I mean, I will tell you this though.
I
felt like
Seattle.
it was a beautiful city.
Dude,
my God.
everybody I talked to be like, "That's one of my favorite cities."
And
I
it
like,
was,
I could
and
see why.
mind you, it was cold and it was gloomy and rainy. But
Y'all came out there looking like y'all was from California.
we did,
Yeah.
we did,
Yeah.
we did. But it was a beautiful.
Dude.
It was a
I
beautiful
want to
city.
go. I'm definitely.
I wanted to go to the Space Needle, but
To
they
go
was
inside?
all they was all scared of heights, and then nobody
Nah,
wanted to
that's
spend
Nate.
$25.
Y'all was scared of heights?
Nate was.
He's scared of heights?
Yeah.
And then they was just like, we don't want to spend the $25. But I would have done that.
Nah, I was like, nah. I want to take a
Yeah,
picture next
I've
to
also
it.
learned how cheap he is.
You didn't know?
Look,
Yeah, I'm
so the real
You guys were
reason.
in a hotel room with 2 beds. You didn't know?
Stab it out.
Wait. Look, oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. So let's get on the accommodations, right? I got so much.
Let's start from the
Look,
beginning. Let's talk about the road
So look.
trip. How was the road trip? Hold on, before we go there.
Oh, that's
the
what I
way
was
up
saying.
there-
I want to go to Seattle, but I'm not driving.
on
Right.
the way up there, what, 12-hour drive? 11,
No,
12?
yeah, 11.
It's like going
10,
to
11.
Vegas.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
How was the drive up there?
The drive up there was solid, right?
You got anything to say about that?
Nah, B started. Then,
I drove what? Solid
yeah, he got us to the Oregon border.
gangster.
And then once we got to the Oregon border, I took over and got us to Portland.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nick took over. I mean, Mark took over. And then that was it.
All right.
Uneventful. Y'all was asleep most of the time. Then
I was asleep.
yeah.
Okay.
Then we get to Seattle. Now, here's where it gets interesting, right? Because he told me on last week's podcast that it was
Embassy Suites?
no, it wasn't Embassy Suites, but he said it was 2 beds, a couch, and we could possibly get yes.
Okay, let me tell you about that. Though.
No. You don't get to talk.
Tiff, in the picture, didn't it have a couch?
I don't
Because she
remember.
picked it out with me.
I don't remember.
And
Listen.
then when we get there, she was like, "Oh, you have 2 queens." I said, "Well, give
I
me
don't
2
know.
kings." And she's like, "We all booked." I'm like,
I don't know what they had and didn't have. I just know that when I
got a
walked in-
suite.
when I walked
That was
into
a
the
suite?
room, it
Yes.
was not a suite.
I picked suite, and then I picked a suite with 2 queens, and then she's like, "We're under reconstruction." I was like, "So what that means?" She was like, "Well, we're gonna have to give you 2 queens." And I said, "Look, I ordered a suite," and then she said, "Well, I'm sorry, only the kings come with the extra bed." And I told her, "Look, give me 2 kings, and I'm 4 deep." Sorry, we're all booked.
Yeah, it was terrible, right? Then comes the part that we knew was gonna happen, but it didn't really settle in until it actually happened,
What's
which
that?
was he was fully confident, right, that he could get us into the hotel at 8 o'clock.
No. You have to rewind because he was trying to leave.
He was trying to leave at 12.
12.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm on a get there mission. I'm like,
Right.
we get there, go sleep in the car.
Listen.
Get up, get it cracking.
Hey, Eric, look, he talking about wasn't no bickering. Everybody would have been hot if that was the case. Because I was hot when we walked in there, and that lady looked at him and was like, 4 o'clock. And we looking at each other like,
let me work my magic. Hold on,
like
fellas.
4
Don't trip.
o'clock.
Did you work it?
Come on now. What time we got up in that thing?
2?
11.
No, we got in there like 11. Something.
Come on now. I work my magic. Let me do what I do.
What you say, honey?
I said, check this out, baby. Look, we had a long ride. Oh, let me get me right. I said, check this out, baby. Look, we had a long ride. We from Cali. We drove in. Look at me. Look me
I
in
would
the
been
eye.
like, speak up.
Look me in the eye, baby. Look me in the eye. As soon as
This
we
is
made,
the same woman who
look.
he got her name wrong
Hey.
3 times when we checked out.
hey, as soon as
He was like, "Hey, Susie, that's
soon
not my
as-
name.
as soon-
Sharon,
hey, look.
Shannon."
As soon as I made that eye contact, I said, "Now make it happen."
No.
She said, "Call me back in 2 or 3 hours. Show you right."
Oh my gosh.
Terrible. We were stuck walking.
So
the
you
streets.
also learned not to let him make accommodations.
Never. I will handle that here going forward. I don't care what discount we getting. I will handle that because we would have been better off
What?
getting the Airbnb.
Think so?
Yes.
Oh, excuse me.
Bruh, at least an Airbnb would have had a couch.
No, look what I told him. Look what we did. I said, I came in. I said, dude, they only got 2 beds. I said, Doc, you can have this bed. When we first walked in, one of the dudes was like, look, I'm gonna sleep on these little square things, and I'm gonna just be knocked out. Y'all can have a bed. I said, all right, cool. I said, me and this cat share the bed. Doc, you got this bed. I'm going to just sleep on the floor. Oh, cool. I said, dude, you sure this bed is yours? I'm going to sleep on the floor. I'm going to just get on the floor. Dog, you can have this bed. Y'all had a bed.
Here's
I'm
what
cool.
happened.
This part right here,
Because-
cool for me. I'm going to sleep on the floor.
Here's what happened.
That's
because
exactly
when
how it
we got
went.
into the hotel room, right? I had like 3 back-to-back like conference calls.
Oh.
So they went up to the room, and by the time I got up
They was
there,
already laid out.
they were already laid out, passed out. You know what I'm saying? He was passed out on one bed. Mark was passed out on the other bed. Nate was up watching TV, and then I wanted to go to sleep. So I wasn't going to go to sleep on the bed with either of them, so I just laid on the floor. Then when he woke up, he was like, "Hey, just get in the bed." And I was like, "Nah, you already
That sounds so funny.
in the bed." Like, I'll just maintain right here.
Hey,
bruh.
just get in the bed.
Hey, why you want to lay in the bed with me, dog?
Bro, I don't sleep with men.
Why? Like, you scared I'm going to do something to you?
Nah, because I'm not afraid of sleeping on the floor.
Man,
I would never sleep on the floor in a hotel room. Hotels
Disgusting.
are already
Yeah.
disgusting.
Well, it is what it is.
You know what I mean, dudes, yoke one on that floor.
Yeah.
They probably did. You know how many dudes yoked one on your pillow?
They washed the pillows. Anyway, man, I'm like, man, look, in the situation, dude, don't. Number one, if I'm sleeping next to a dude, they ain't gonna try me. So I'm like,
No,
I'm
ain't
out.
nobody worried about trying you, bro.
Then why you want to sleep next to me?
Bruh,
I need to know.
Look, it
He
was
told you.
it was one night where he was farting.
Oh, he does that.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
His
trying
fart stank.
Right, I'm not trying to sleep next to.
Man, you gonna smell 10 seconds and it's gone.
Nah, bro. I'm good. I was comfortable on the floor in my space. But speaking of sleep,
Oh my gosh.
and I love him. I have been told all my life from the women who love me from 18 up till today
So you snore really loud,
that I snore.
but you saw it on a whole nother level.
I text someone and literally said, had I known, I'd have gave you head every morning for having to deal with me if this is what I sound like. I love my nigga, but he got to go to the doctor, bruh.
Yeah.
He got to go to the doctor.
No, I told him.
He got to go seek medical advice.
Yeah, he know. He on that.
It was like, it wasn't even that he snored, right? Like, all right, we'll just deal with that. It was the violence.
Man, that's how.
It was violent.
Hey, everybody up like
That's
somebody
how
tap him. Is he cool?
David snore like that.
Yeah. I was scared for his life. I told them, and I'm serious when I say this. This shit is funny, but I'm serious. The first night, like, it was just hard to like get used to it and sleep. Right.
So as I told, if you don't fall asleep first,
Then it's a done deal.
man.
Hey, after I got over the fear of him like lightweight not being up in the morning, I was like, okay, he been going this long doing this.
Right.
He should be up the last 2 days.
But I couldn't sleep the first night. Right. Just kind of like that in and out of sleep. Then for
Probably
like,
because you was on the floor.
I want to say like
Yeah.
for like 45
Next to
minutes.
me.
For about 45 minutes, he was silent. And I said to myself, he might be dead. But I was so sleepy
Hey, what's so funny?
that I was like, I'm going to wait till I wake up to figure out if he's still here.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, what's so funny? Like, I was just like, somebody check on this dude. Like, I was feeling the same way a couple times. Like you know how you just sleep and then it get quiet. You like, wait a minute, hold on.
Can you imagine your partner sleeping like that?
Oh no, she gotta love him.
You.
She love him.
I'm just saying. Like you would get just no sleep, just like them, because they're keeping you up, and then you're probably waking up. No, because you're probably waking up conscious. Like, are they alive?
No,
They stop
serious.
breathing?
I think she do
Because
that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So your partner, just in general, is lacking just as much sleep.
No, I believe it. Because I've been told that I'll stop, like, breathing.
You ever got checked before?
No.
Nah,
You probably
good,
need a
though.
machine, too.
He good.
He's
Listen,
good because you have something so extreme.
Nah, he
Listen.
good. He good.
I sleep like a baby every night.
Oh my gosh.
He good.
My boy, he said he not sleeping like a baby every night. Like it's like
He's
you.
probably waking him
It
up.
almost sounded like it's crazy because I was reading the scripture of when I want to say Jacob. It was either Jacob or Isaac. Well, one of them was wrestling with an angel in his sleep. And I felt like that's how my boy was. Like, I was like, he's wrestling with someone or something in his sleep because it was violent.
You need to get that machine.
Yeah, that's that sleep apnea.
It was violent. So yeah, I'm sure his lady, you know what I'm saying, Mama, if you out there, you listening, we support you. We're gonna help you out. We're gonna make sure everybody in your house gets some sleep in 2019.
He gonna wake up refreshed once he get that machine.
Man, I
Best sleep of his life.
Now, because he slept like 60% of the trip.
Yeah,
Can you imagine? Like I get it.
I get it.
If
too.
you're not sleeping at night and constantly waking, that's probably exhausting for your body to go through that.
Yeah, nah,
Especially you talking about how violent it sounds. Like
Yeah,
that's
really
probably
felt it.
exhausting.
not even sounds.
it was to the point.
It was violent, like looking violent.
Yeah. I was like on record, and I was like, this ain't even right to even be funny to even record the show.
I felt the same way.
Like, it's
I
like-
really wanted to record it, and I was just
Like-
like, nigga, that's wrong. You
That's wrong.
It's just certain things like
That's
I
just
can't-
taking it
concerned
too
about
far.
somebody when you don't record.
When you don't want to record it.
Yeah, like you know
I
what?
can't do this nigga like this.
Nah, that's not gonna be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so that was like that made me like have empathy for every woman who has ever slept next to me in my life.
I'm glad. Brandon's not a snorer. He snores sometimes when he's like extremely tired. But it's nothing like,
Right.
What did it sound like?
it just doesn't sound like you're dying.
It was like.
Sometimes it may be a little bit louder, but
What
it's
is
not.
normal? What is normal for me?
I don't know. It's just not loud. Like it's not enough to like.
Do I snore every night?
I just said when you're really, really tired.
But what my normal sound like?
You don't snore.
Now, when I work out, I snore less. When I'm not working out, I snore more. And then if I get drunk,
It's a wrap.
it's a wrap.
So what Brandon is, he's a drooler.
Oh yeah, big time, big time, baby.
I mean, like
oh yeah, I'm wetting up them
ill.
pillows.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
he'll try and
You wonder why I
snuggle.
didn't sleep in the bed with
He'll
you.
try and snuggle
I
with
just
me
would've
and like
slapped on
lay.
your back.
He'll like lay on me and stuff,
Slap
and
on
I'd be
your back and
like,
your
I
thighs.
can't even have this moment with you because you're gonna fall asleep, and then you're gonna be slobbing all over me.
Dude, yeah, she be hating on me. I be trying to cuddle up. She be like, okay, get up. That's enough. Like, no.
Because I don't want him to fall asleep because he's going to drool.
Like, so what? Take it.
So what? That's
Take
so
that. That's love.
disgusting to roll over in somebody else's slob.
That's love.
That's funny.
That's disgusting.
You're supposed to love me so much that you just want to be in my slide. Go
No.
swim in that.
No.
See, you used to me.
Now,
That's the problem.
if we talking about trust and then talking about sleep all at the same time, what was funny was that I learned when Mark started trusting me in terms of driving his car, because the first driving up, he didn't go to sleep.
You can't sleep in the car if you don't trust the driver.
Right now, you can't.
You're awake no matter how tired you are.
Right.
You up
So
like
going up, he definitely
what's up?
was up with me. You know what I mean? And I drove, and so it was good. Then when we went out, you know what I'm saying, he said to me, like, at some point he was like, look, I ain't gonna be able to drive. I'm gonna need you to drive us home. So I was like, okay, cool. I was like, I done earned a little bit of his trust. You know what I'm saying? He giving me the keys
To the
to
Audi,
get us to get us back, and then sent me on my way, like, go get the car, bring it around. But I really knew he trust me when we got on the road
And he
coming
fell
home,
asleep.
because he fell asleep with B. And he fell asleep.
Oh, my
And he fell
God.
asleep with me.
Dog.
But the middle driver,
Dude.
he did not fall asleep on it. He stayed woke.
Oh, my. That was the scariest moment in my life. And they was acting like they weren't scared. Look, he going 90 down the slushy road. I'm like, yo, hey, dude, what is you doing? And everybody like, hey, chill, B. I'm like, nah, like my life in danger. You do not go 80. This is not no freeway flat ground. Tiff, we in 3,500 elevation going down. And he going 80 and in the snow. I'm like,
And the
blood.
whole time he texted me, please take over.
I'm like,
He
Doc,
was like, please take over driving.
I'm like, Doc, yo, like, what's up with this? Like, am I tripping? And they telling me, chill. I'm like, no, like, dude, get out. Like, and I'm on his head like, blood, I need you to slow down.
Hey,
Why wasn't
Like,
he
cuz,
slowing down?
He like, I got it. Like, no, you don't. Like, stop. Like, you don't got it like that. Like, I need you to really chill.
He was really driving crazy like that.
And then look, hold on. After all
was
that,
driving
we get out the car and park. And they like, both of them like, hey, I was hella scared. I was like, why y'all making it seem like I'm crazy?
hey, I was sitting there without my seatbelt. I put it
Why do you have
on
no seatbelt on?
because I wasn't comfortable with my seatbelt on. So I took it off, and that nigga hit a.
First of
Dude,
all,
hey, he jerked like 4 times. I'm like, hey,
first of
yo.
all,
I'm
that's dumb.
Hey, I'm seatbelted
I
up.
know, I get it.
To be
It's okay.
uncomfortable and not wear your seatbelt.
I get it.
That's just
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm not
Dumb.
gonna, no argument for me.
Right.
that's how it be when he making his videos. I'd be like, where is your seatbelt?
Yeah. No, I agree. But it was just funny, man. It was just funny because B
But
would
why
be
you didn't say nothing, though?
B would be in conversation. He'd be like, yeah, on the podcast and it, hey.
Wait, he kept swerving, like falling
No,
asleep.
he was
Or-
going 80 miles per hour and a curve will pop
So,
up.
yeah.
That's supposed to be like 40,
So
and
it
then
was
he'll
a-
slam on the brakes.
it was a little
turn it
foggy.
hard. I'm like,
Ew.
It was a little foggy.
nigga, we
and
in
then
the
it's
snow.
He could have
like,
like spun out or something, huh?
Yes.
it's like it's no lights. Like
It's at nighttime?
right.
We
This
in
is
the
nighttime.
hills.
It's no lights in the hills. So
we in Mount,
when I drive,
Mount Shasta.
yeah, when I drive and there's no lights in the hills, like I put my high beams on until I get around other cars.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But he just had the regular lights on.
Hey, you start off by playing the cool, like, hey, blood, you might want to just slow down.
Right.
It started off like that with me to like, hey, nigga, what is you doing?
But he would get to corners.
Escalated. It kept
tell
escalating. Hey,
he be
cuz,
driving
like,
straight and
hey,
then the
cuz,
curve would
like,
come
you know
up.
what I
He-
mean? Like, hey, you been in
Trying
them
to
corners.
keep it cool.
My
Oh
G,
my
my
God.
G, you been in them corners kind of like too hard, man. You might want to like watch the
That
signs.
shit was funny,
Follow
man.
the signs. Hey, you going 80 down the hill, just bring it down to like 60.
But every time he
Like-
got on this helmet,
He's trying to prove a point.
Hey, he got more irritated.
And started going faster.
I know it wasn't that he was going faster. It's just I think he became more
like, I got it.
Right.
Yeah.
And every time, and me and Mark is like, you're good.
They trying to console him.
What you doing?
Yeah, they trying to console him. Like,
be like, y'all see this? No, we don't see.
Hey, it was like this.
I don't see nothing.
They trying to keep him cool from going crazy and saying that I'm going crazy on him. And because I'm going crazy on him, they need to balance it out and tell him, hey, man, just drive cool.
I just kept looking at my phone.
Hey.
B would look at me. I said, I go
I'm
right
like,
back to the
we
phone.
are about to die. And y'all not saying nothing. That's a problem.
He really felt like it, too.
He really felt like it. I think he did, too.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think so
Hey, you know that Kevin Hart meme when he like this and looking like on the side of his mic? That's how I was in the back seat the whole time. Like,
Oh, and you're in the backseat?
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
like,
my
dude.
God. It was comedy.
Hey, Mark trying to talk to him. Hey, man, how high scenes going? And like trying to keep him. I'm like, blood, no, trick that talking. You need to slow down. I know what you're doing, Mark. Slow down, Nate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, that shit was hella funny, man.
And that was your guys' first trip.
Hella funny.
Yeah,
it was solid.
Next one.
hold on,
It's the
conference
cruise.
though. Nah, we ain't done with this. The conference, man. Look, we pulled up to that joint.
So, you know, it all to me goes back to like not going out Saturday night because we spent $110 on that conference. And I was just like,
Hey,
at that point, I was just like, I really don't. I'm not really too eager to spend more money going out on Saturday night.
It was already a last minute trip,
Right. But
You spent $110 on a ticket?
yeah.
yeah. Because I tried to get, I was like, we're only going to be here a day. And they
It was
like,
a 2-day conference?
Yeah. And they was like,
Well,
nah.
Saturday and Sunday.
What you know what's crazy? You know, we reading a book right now. If y'all want to read it, called Instant Millionaire by Mark
We'll be doing the book review on what?
Mark Fisher.
In the middle of February?
Middle of
I think the
February is going to be our first book review of the year. The Instant Millionaire by Mark Fisher. So anyway, what's crazy is
Yeah, 17th.
Okay, that's a Sunday. Beautiful.
what's crazy is in the book, one of the guy that, it's a long story. Somebody asked some person, how much would you pay for
To learn the secrets.
To be a millionaire?
So we're talking about the book right now?
No, I'm just talking about
No.
this
He's
little
using
part.
that as an example.
Example, yeah. How much would you pay to be an instant millionaire? The guy said 10,000. Long story short, he was going back and forth after the guy said, okay, write me a check for 10,000 and I'll give you the information. Me and the doc was in that situation right there because we pull up to the thing. Not only out of like 4,000 people, it was 3 black people in there.
3.
Total.
One was a security guard.
No, 4. 4 because that black girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so 4 total out of 4,000 and some people.
That's crazy.
So when I pull up in the scene, I'm like, hey, doc, you sure you want to, you know what I mean? Like, look, we here. I know we here, but like, he like, I don't know. I'm like, you know what? Trick it. We here for business. Let's handle business. And at the end of the day,
I
man,
think we just basically said to ourselves that if this $110 investment, if we get the secrets to our success at this conference,
It was all worth it.
it was all worth it.
it.
And at the
Do
end
you
of
guys feel like it was worth it?
definitely
Yeah.
worth it.
I will say it wasn't just that we was around a bunch of white folks. Like, I don't have an issue with that, but these were the most eclectic white people.
They're definitely out of our element.
Like Dungeons and Dragons
and dressing up,
folks
in makeup
dressing up. Like,
and,
I was
People were dressing up.
yeah,
man, like wearing
like Comic Con.
Exactly like Comic Con.
It was just like Comic Con.
Exactly like Comic Con. And I just had a moment where I was just like,
We picked the wrong spot.
I was just like,
Maybe you guys picked the wrong day.
Nah.
No, but you know what? We was talking about this, and it was just one of those things where it was like, we so comfortable being around us that we forgot to take advantage of the fact that we were the only ones like us there. So everybody
used that for your advantage.
Yeah, we
right,
definitely
like
did.
everybody we engaged with wanted to engage with us because they're like, we don't we don't get to interact with folks like you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was just one of those things where it was like,
it woke us up to like, and you know what we got a little. It's just talking to people and them really excited to engage with somebody like me and him. Like,
yeah,
not only is it no black people out here, but y'all actually cool,
right,
talking normal,
right,
and got good stuff to talk about.
Right.
Like, this is mind blowing for them.
Yeah, it was just amazing from that position where it was like we can definitely have an impact here. It's almost like you look in a refrigerator for some ice cream and it's like vanilla with sprinkles, vanilla with vanilla, and then it was like chocolate. It was like, well, damn, like,
See what this chocolate do.
let's see what this chocolate do.
Let me
Like,
get a little teaspoon and just see if I, let me get a little bit, just see. Okay,
like it don't matter how many sprinkles and toppings and all that other stuff you put on vanilla, it's still vanilla. But it was like this chocolate, you know what I mean? And I just felt like that taught us a very valuable lesson. That
Hell yeah.
And then we got like the first person we sat down to listen to, like he was giving some game.
He gave straight game. I feel like sitting down with that dude and getting game from somebody that owns a podcast network that's a millionaire and giving up game. I feel like that was worth $100.
He wasn't trying to sign us.
Nah.
But I did email his people.
But we did make some connects though. Like, you know what I mean?
I
Like,
did email his people today.
you know what I mean? That didn't do it. So, but man, we met a lot of people, made a lot of connections.
So you guys will go again.
I definitely.
That's like
the
local.
next. See now we got our
So
little our pinky toe wet, and you know what I'm saying, the game. We know what it's about. So next time we go, I would really like a booth.
There's that one, but then there's others, right? So there's a big one. They say it's the biggest one that's in Orlando in August. There was one in Brooklyn like a couple weeks ago. Like there will be others,
over.
right? So we'll be able to pick and choose. I think that
I feel like these are gonna just get bigger and bigger too.
they are.
They are.
And we just got an article today.
Yeah, I shot it.
We'll fill them in next week on what's happening to us. But we just got an article today that's talking about like how podcast industry is like booming and growing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if you was gonna be on the ground floor of anything, this is one of the things you want to be on the ground floor of. But I think the biggest opportunity we missed out on was just having a table.
But I don't feel like we missed out on opportunity on that because we didn't know what we were getting into.
Right, we
and
did.
Now we'd be more prepared. And that
didn't.
one, I don't even know if I would really want a table for that.
I would have.
How much were the tables?
I don't know.
I couldn't even call it.
But the whole thing of the table was like
people come to you and be like, "What are you about?" Instead of
you know what I'm
going to
saying.
other people.
If we had a chance to put our card in 4,000 people's hands, like I guarantee.
Were y'all passing out cards?
Hell yeah,
We was, but I guarantee like a fraction of those folks is gonna
go
download, and then and a fraction of those that go and download is gonna stick around, right? Like that was the whole point of just
I'm with it.
sitting there, you know what I mean? Because I did that today in terms of like, oh, let me go check out these people's stuff. Let me just listen and see if I like it or not. I don't like it, no problem. But for them,
It's a download.
it's a download, and that's
Regardless if you like it or not.
Yeah.
right. And that's
You
kind
gotta
of what what it's all about. So I really like we was there for a good solid 4 hours,
Dang.
and it was like
Worth it.
4 solid hours of working.
Yeah, nonstop. But just we even split up and network with different people. Like you get that in, I get this in, and we make it happen.
Which reminds me,
Good job, guys.
I would like for you to set up a photo shoot for us. I think we can get some T-shirts made.
Okay.
Themed T-shirts.
What are themed T-shirts?
Themed T-shirts like we take like I would like to take like.
You want to put our picture on a T-shirt?
Yeah. Cause he had on his Golden Girls
Oh
T-shirt.
my gosh.
And they was loving the Golden Girls.
Hey, they was
t-shirt.
clowning me too.
Every time he wears that.
Look, hey, they was not for the Golden Girls. They was like, as soon as I put on my first outfit, they was like, dude.
Was it the pink sweatshirt? Because he wore it the whole weekend. I was like, if I see you in
I
one
love that
picture
pink
with that pink sweatshirt on,
Let me live.
I'm
with
going
my
to throw that
sweater.
pink sweatshirt away.
I love that pink sweater, dog. And I wanted to cuddle up with him, but dude, one thing that I learned when talking to people, like, we, believe it or not, we going strong for a new podcast.
Yeah.
Like, the views we got and how many podcasts that we got, like, people are amazed. I talked to even the owner of the network. He's like, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. 20, he said, if you get past 20 episodes, you're doing good. He said, but once people get to 50 and find out that they're not making no money and their views get stagnant, that's when people quit. It's like, so you got to decide, is this a hobby or is it a business? And which one you going to treat it like? I was like, damn. It'd be like little simple stuff like that was dropping. I don't want to get too deep in the game that he is giving, but.
Yeah, I was about to say, man.
No, I ain't going to give her too much game.
You about to give all the game
Nah, I ain't going to give her too much game.
They got to pay that $110 to get that game.
Yeah. It costs to get some stuff. But at the same time, that's just like, it's just little things like that they was giving up at them conference. I'm like, I never been to a conference before, so I had no expectation of what to expect. But I think I like what I got out of it.
It was dope. I just feel like the next conference we go to, we gonna be
more prepared, more ready, like
swagged out.
Yeah, I can't go if we ain't doing it right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have 2 dudes and a chick hat, 2 dudes and a chick drawers.
Depending on where it is, I'll see if I want to go.
2 dudes and a chick socks.
Socks, drawers, pens.
They're gonna be like
walking billboard.
Man, walking billboard.
Gonna get the magnet for the car.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. You be in traffic like 2 dudes and a chick. Let me check that out. Yeah.
He about to get one tomorrow.
Man, hey, I might do the business one to get the door size one, put it on my driver's side, passenger side door.
Gonna get your car wrapped.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
Make my car a business write-off.
That's heck funny.
Yeah, they were dropping major nuggets in that joint.
Yeah, it was official, man. So PodCon 2 was a success. The Seattle trip was a success.
Success-ish.
Nah, that was
minus the accommodations.
Nah, man, he see how I sav it out.
Don't get me started on that.
Grind, man. I thought that was pretty good what we did.
No, you will never order
a room again.
Never. $200 for 2 days.
Yeah, no, it wasn't even that.
How much did it come up to?
We spent 42.
Okay, so
42 split. What's that? 42 split 4 ways. Do the math.
$170.
Booyah! Let's
2 days.
Get money. You know what I'm saying?
I could have got us.
Hey, we split a tank 4 ways, the room 4 ways.
He was winning the whole trip.
Man, I'm like, this is a perfect trip. I'm with my dogs. Like, oh, I don't get no better than this.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
great location.
Hey, I forgot. I apologize if I put you in that situation. I forgot how bougie you and Tiff are. Me, I'm grimy when it comes to stuff like that.
I don't think it's bougie.
I thought you knew how grimy it was gonna be.
Bruh, nobody.
Hey, I'm telling the doc the whole time.
Nobody in the car knew how grimy it was gonna be.
I'm telling him, man, we gotta enjoy this. This is our golden years of our grind. You know what I mean? We're going to be laughing back. We be like, remember that one trip we took and we shared?
In his mind, grind means...
Man, make it happen.
Grind me.
No, that means make it happen.
Dude, grind means...
We on a last minute trip.
Luxury.
A last minute trip.
Comfortable. We
on a last minute trip. And we going low cost. This ain't taking our wives out. This poor dude's grinding it out.
Next time I'll get an Airbnb for
we drove to Seattle. Like,
for your $170 price tag, and at least we'll have a couch.
That would have been dope. I ain't gonna front.
If we would have
But we wouldn't have had that location.
I didn't really need the location.
Man, that was hard. We in the middle of downtown for $170.
y'all didn't do nothing,
Thank
so
you.
don't
I
really
was
matter.
just getting ready to say that.
Nah. They didn't want to do nothing. I was ready to go.
We could have been in the boonies. we could
ready.
have stayed in Portland and been fine.
I'm ready. Said go.
Nah, I would have rather, if we'd have been in the Airbnb, I would have definitely bought some fish.
Oh, the fish from the market.
Man, because that seafood was
Oh
looking
man, they had
amazing.
They had crab legs bigger than that couch.
The crab legs, the salmon, the shrimp.
Oh,
they had lobster tails.
I got to see them. I got to see them people throw the fish. You know, the Seattle.
Do they let people do it, catch it?
Nah, you don't want to catch that. Them fish hella big. It's like two of them pillows. Like, hey.
Yeah, I remember that from Real World. That's what y'all should have did. Went to the Real World house.
If you would have told me, I definitely would have went.
If you would have told him, I'd have been more irritated.
You know, I would have been like, Seattle was I'm mad at.
When we got to Portland, Mark was like, "Hey, did y'all know so and so grave there, Bruce Lee grave?"
Oh man, when we
they was like, I was looking at
when
Brandon.
you guys were leaving. You guys were in like,
we was in
They
Portland.
was like, you know, we leaving. They was like, you know, Bruce Lee grave was in Seattle. I was like, what? They was like, we ain't going back.
Look,
Why he from Seattle?
I don't know.
I have no clue with Bruce Lee, but he buried out there.
I don't know. Anyway, y'all want to wrap this up?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Next trip is the cruise. I cannot wait.
I can't wait either.
You ain't bought your ticket.
As long as they ain't sold out.
I don't know.
He gonna tap on that soul.
Or it's only gonna be the suites left.
Ballin'.
There goes his luxury life.
I'll figure it will be good. I'll be good.
All right, y'all, we out, man. 2 dudes and a chick. Seattle version. Peace.
Holla.